as the 32-17-15 Pittsburgh Penguins head into Vegas against the 29-22-14 Golden Knights. Lot of extra innings between these two teams, but they were not needed last time as the Penguins in Pittsburgh routed the Golden Knights, beating them 5-0. Now the Pens come into Vegas hoping for the same outcome. However, looking back at that game, there are a few names that are a little different in the Pittsburgh lineup, and there is one big name that is making his way back into the Vegas roster, and that is Mark Stone. Coming back, Barbie Eichel, Stoney first line. Let's go. Vegas riding the struggle bus, losing to the Oilers 4-2, losing to the Wild 4-2, but then against the Stars on Tuesday in Dallas, a very good game. Still a loss, but a hell of an improvement, going 2-1 against the Stars. Today, the Oilers and the Stars playing, and the Stars jump to a 5-0 lead fast right off the bat. Take a quick look now. As long as the phone's working, let's see how it's going. 6-2 Dallas, 15.5 to go in the third period. 18 minutes to go in the third in Minnesota. Wild 2-1 over the Flyers. In Winnipeg, the Rangers and the Jets are tied at 3 with 15 to play. Blackhawks and Mammoth have no score 4.5 minutes into the second period. And as well as the Knights, the Predators and the Canucks in Vancouver, and the Avalanche in the Kraken in Seattle playing tonight. Now the Capitals in the Sabres in Buffalo. Capitals win it 2-1. Lightning over the Red Wings in Tampa 4-1. Sharks over the Bruins in Boston 4-2. Maple Leafs beat the Ducks. I was not expecting that. Shots were 40-28 in favor of Anaheim, and they lose 6-4. That's a shocker to me. All right, in Toronto, in overtime, in Sunrise, Florida, the Panthers beat the Blue Jackets. Very quick overtime. I turned on the game, kind of went to the bed, got comfortable, look up, and Florida celebrating. So that was a very, very brief overtime. Or actually, no, it wasn't. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into overtime. Holy shit. Apparently, I completely spaced out of a lot of time. I guess I'm not surprised. Flames over the Devils in New Jersey. Are you shitting me? 5-4 Calgary. The Blues over the Hurricanes 3-1 in Carolina. Who is in net? Because that is a bad performance. Our good boy, the Bussy. Bussy was in net, giving up. Or actually, never mind. My brain saw that wrong. He didn't, giving up 3 goals on 32 shots. It's not great, but it's, my brain was seeing 17 shots for St. Louis. And wait a second. Yeah, no, I did see that right. Fuck me. Okay. Give me a second here. Dude, my brain is absolute. We're starting off on a lower level of brain function today. Forgive me. But yeah, no. So Bussy did give up 3 goals on 17 shots. Woof. That is not a stellar performance. No, that wasn't Bussy that did that. Damn, dude, what am I talking about? That would be Markstrom, right? Because it was Carolina goalie. No, okay, Carolina goalie was Bussy. What the fuck is going on with my brain? All right, let's start over. Hang on. All righty, we are live. Let's see if we can get woken up as the game gets going. Maybe getting some play goals. I said I turned on the Oilers Stars game. Started, watching, kind of enjoying, debating if I wanted to stream it or not. Dallas goes up 5-0 immediately. It's like, okay, not. We're good with not streaming it. So we have Sheloffs versus Aiden Hill. Neither of them looking overly, or actually Sheloffs is looking much better than Aiden Hill. 17 games, 6-3 with well over a 300 goal allowed average. Or, over a 3 goal allowed average. Jesus, my percentages. I already made enough excuses for my brain not working. Let's just get to the stupid game. Got to get the cheat sheet up. Let's see. Runs the big doer. I said the big difference in this one is having Mark Stone back in the lineup finally. Fed to the high point by Vegas after off the face off in front of Sheloffs. Cole Smith getting away with a little bit of a cross check. Takes a hard push into the boards by Witherspoon. Gets the puck across the middle. Kolesar misses a shot from the top of the top circle. Stopped by Sheloffs. Dowd gets the puck around to the low wall. Hannafin pinching down. Can't get there in time. Puck kept in, though, by Cole Smith. I'm telling you, Cole Smith and Dowd, a little easy shot by Akari on Hill. Achari on Hill, and Hill makes the save. Cole Smith and Nick Dowd. I didn't know much about Cole Smith. Nick Dowd, I expected to be a great fourth liner. I'm always hesitant just because I like our team. Except for a couple of people that'll never be gotten rid of. But hopefully, Kolesar playing with those two on the fourth line, which is what I've been begging for, will result in Kolesar being physically just big shot from Stoney, and it's stopped by Sheloffs. But I'm hoping that makes Kolesar aggressive and physical like he wants to be. Just getting hyped off of Dowd and Cole Smith. Let's go, Knights. Welcome back, Stoney. Attaboy, Sushi. That's exactly what I was saying, man. Mark Stone making his triumphant return. That was a dangerous puck right in front. Stoney already got it. Hand-eye is flowing. Barbashev takes a shove in the high corner, feeds it back towards the high point. Stoney crashes down, collects it, feeds it to Barbie across the ice to Eichel. On the low dot, back to the blue line. Lazon. Oh, how is this not a penalty in the front of the net, dude? He's still laying on him. Barbashev gets cross-checked. And happy Friday. Shit, it's not even Friday. Happy Thursday, Sushi. Jonathan, welcome in, buddy. Go Knights, go all the way. Smart Stone is back on the ice, and what I've been wanting since Dowd and Cole Smith joined the team, they're on the fourth line with Keegan Kolesar. So everything is, I'm feeling it. Hopefully those two amp up Coley the way he needs to be. Pass right in front from the low point. Could not complete the attempt. Shot from the top of the low circle. Stopped by Lazon in front of the crease. Racing through neutral. He takes it in. Hurdle and Dorofeyev with him. Puck behind the net of Sheloffs. Witherspoon fight. Oh, no, that's Carlson fighting with Dorofeyev. Puck comes loose, but it is set into the low corner and free. Dude, Sushi, I'm sitting here saying the wrong team, saying wrong names. It has been... I laid down to try and take a nap, but the Stars were whooping the Oilers, so I wanted to see that. And now, so I didn't get much sleep. So I'm dragging ass. The brain will kick on eventually, but it may take a while. Puck to the high wall, all the way down low with speed. Boston into the Tampa zone, puck right back out the other way. I'm hoping, they already seem to be, the Knights seem to be getting aggressive on offense, which is exactly what we need. There's a good hit. And that was a good hit, a good fourth line hit. And but they're being very aware of Pittsburgh getting behind them. Their defense is very, very VGK defense looks like they're favoring defense. And when I see, well, brother, dude, after we win tonight, I'll sleep like a baby, brother. It's after tonight's win, gotta ride over to the gym, bust my ass a little bit, and then I'm gonna come home, eat a feast, and dream for hours and hours and hours. I got a bag of extra strength gummies to go with it, so I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I can't wait. But back to Shelos. Out into neutral, all the way across to the high boards, a delayed offsides, and Vegas is able to get it back through neutral. Eichel into pit territory on the high side, hits the high corner and stops up. Back towards the point, he turns and dumps it behind the net. Puck comes out to Hannafin on the low wall, trying to shovel it to the net. It goes wide. Pitt headed back the other way. Good pass all the way up ahead, cannot be scooped up. Who is that? Chinikov just could not handle the pass. And then Hill being stupid. That puck is way over the net. And he makes a jumping full stretch attempt with his glove. Ends up knocking it loose right in front of the crease. That's a puck you let go, dude. If the bar is at your shoulder blades and you're jumping fully extended while you're touching the bar, the crossbar, maybe you're making a stupid play. Or maybe you're not making the best decision. Pass across. Dorfeyev charging in, tries to backhand it. Carlson with good defense. Not sure. He might have gotten a little choppy on there and got away with it, but let's see. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Who was that? They don't even have. Wait. 41. Okay, I thought that said number 4. Who is that? Kuvanen. Kuvanen is trailing Hurdle. Hurdle beat him, so he uses his left hand to hook Hurdle's right arm and held him the entire way. Hopefully, we're not going to start this up right away. Like, I can't handle more shitty officials, but it's the NHL, so I don't really have a choice. Anyway, neutral. Sissons takes it into Pittsburgh territory. Howden leaves it at the low point. Lazan throws it off the back wall, looking for more of a pass off the rebound. Bowman couldn't handle it. So Pittsburgh comes back out the other way into Vegas territory, streaking in up high. Put right on his ass was Soderblom by, I think that was Korzak actually hit somebody. I didn't think that was possible. Shot from Pitt at the blue line, knocked down way out high all the way across the ice. Lazan knocks it down with his hand. Shot comes quick, but Hill is able to make the save. And then we have a little bit of a huddle. Couple cross checks going back and forth. Soderblom just looked funny as hell because Sissons gave him a little shove and he turned around and went to hit Sissons, but he kind of had a hand on his chest by the ref and like he moved away. Like, I don't know if you've ever like say something's here and you go to punch it and it moves away. You kind of just look like didn't look great. Anyway, so far, not a whole lot of comment to come from either side. Vegas is doing good, getting the offensive zone and actually chasing down the puck. Not really setting up a lot, not getting, so far, haven't really turned a lot on net, 6 1/4 into this period. But it's coming. Eventually we'll grind it. We'll figure it out. Stoney's already looking good. That fourth line is, again, Cole Smith, Nick Dowd, Keegan Colasar. Ever since those two came to the team, I wanted that as the fourth line, but we just had too many people out and just too many high guys. Either Carlson or Stoney had to come back. Well, now our captain's back. So first power play is gonna be should be really fun. Of that, we look like we're very much defense first. We'll see as Pittsburgh gets more opportunities to set up in the Vegas zone. We'll see how much we really are defense first, just getting in front of the crease, do your job, pay attention to the guys creeping in around you, come up with a sound so that when the other team goes for a change while we're in our own zone, the bench can give them a heads up, because Vegas has this nasty habit of focusing so much on the puck, they lose track of the players. And that's where the other team gets a switch, and then you got a guy coming from the bench with speed just crashing the blue line or crashing the net. And like I said, Vegas has their back to him. So we need some kind of communication from the bench to be like, you know, they're fucking changing. I don't care. Start yelling fucking banana. At least that'll get the team to be like, wait, what you just say? And then turn their head and see the guy crash in the net. But we've already seen that once. That was loose puck across the middle. Vegas collapses on the puck. Guy on the change coming in. Hilly made the save, but bad pass by Hannafin. Risky pass. Trying to work up the low boards. Kept in off a Pitt stick. It looks like somebody's complaining about catching a stick up high. Might have been Novak. But puck's back into... What's up, Jesus? Puck's back into the Pitt zone. Dowd trying to work it out, loses it, but chases the guy down. A good poke, gets the puck away, but only momentarily. Vegas dumps and changes to the high boards. Dowd going in for a hit. Guy turns out of it just in the nick of time. Letang now from behind his zone net works the puck ahead. Rust goes in on the high side of the Vegas zone. McNabb back first, and Theodore just ran into the ref on the high corner of the Vegas zone. It's like, yeah, you got to insert many jokes about blind ass referees. Barbashev chasing into the high corner of the Pitt zone, but the Pens are able to send it back, and it will be an icing. Face off coming back in front of Shelos. Dude, versus Pittsburgh all time, we're 1-6-1 on the road. And at home, we're 5-2-0. We let up 1.86 more goals per game at home, but for some reason on the road, we just don't like to score. All our numbers are better on the road except the penalty kill. And we're 1-6-1 against Pitt on the road. That's insane to me. Raquel on the dot with Eichel to the left of Shelos. First line on the ice for Vegas. Big shot from right up the gut. Ends up hitting Barbashev in the back of the legs. He goes down but gets up quickly. Fed back down below. Eichel trying to get it out in front of the net. That pass gets knocked down by Clifton. In the other way, trying to get the puck back to Clifton. Who's that? Eichel just lost an edge. Slow to get up. And it's like, dude, you need to hurry up. I understand that probably hurt, but get your ass off the ice. If you ain't helping, you're hurting. Get your ass off the ice. Really, though, I hope he's okay, dude. That is the last thing we need is Eichel going out the first period that Stone is back. Barbashev into the low corner, feeding it back behind himself below the net, and Vegas not able to get it clear. As a good read by Pitt, cuts it off on the high point. Shot comes in, and Hilly makes the save. Kuvinen puts an extra an extra stick into Hilly. And like always, not a single Golden Knight reacts to the extra. Like, nobody abandons our goalie, or abandons their goalie like the Golden Knights abandon their goalie, man. Someone could crash into him and nobody, he ain't getting touched. Some pita pit, dude. I'm with you on Vegas winning. I haven't had pita pit since I was in Flagstaff, bro. That was years and years ago. Ah, fuck it. That play, that's good shit. Ooh, storming in with a chance on a backhand feed across, and they connect and score. I couldn't see the numbers. It went blurry. Just a great job by Howden and a fantastic follow-up by Sissons. Like, Howden made a great play, streaking, chasing down a fantastic back check. Sissons makes a great secondary play to feed it to Bowman, who extends, stretches, and slams it over, able to backhand it across the crease for Sissons to bury his 100th goal. Let's go. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 5th of the season and his 100th career goal, number 10, Colton Swit. Shit, I butchered that, didn't I? Colton Sissons with an assist by number 42, Braden Bowman. I butchered that one. For some reason, my brain, I thought he was Cole Sissons, not Colton. I already said rough starts. Go Knights, go. I need to get a Go Knights, go chant for sure. Barely kept in, but that was kept in on the line. I don't know who just raised their hand, but that's not your call to make, Barbie. Barbie trying to call off sides. That ain't your call to make, man. Just play through the whistles. As soon as he put his hand up, he slowed down and gave him space. Oh, I didn't see Witherspoon went down on his ass, man. He tried to turn and get going backwards, and he ate shit hard. All righty, good start. Let's see if we maintain now. Like I said, I'm already getting exactly what I wanted from the fourth line. I knew it's like Colasar was dominant with Will Carrier and Nick Waugh. Well, I mean, I say dominant. He was much better. He was much more confident. He was more physical. He wasn't afraid to risk going down on contact because he didn't. It's like he kind of gotten this, I'm not going to go and lay my body on the line when no one the hell else is going to kind of. He kind of gave that kind of vibe. And I figured as soon as he got somebody to go down and start hitting with them and start being a fourth fucking line. You know, we have skaters on the fourth line, not bruisers. And it's like, we just need somebody who can hop on the ice, or who maybe if somebody on the ice who can slow down their first line, because, or any team's first line, not just, not just Penguins, but you're not going to slow down speed. You're not going to beat speed with less speed. The only way to beat the faster teams are to be faster than them. We're just not. We used to be one of the faster teams, but now we're skating in mud. all the time. So the way you correct that is you be physical. Vegas hasn't had that in a long time. Well, now you pick up Cole Sissons and Nick Dowd, who seemingly love to hit, which I am so excited for. And now you put Colasar on the line with them. Now you've got a fucking fourth line. Like, now we're playing hockey. Fucking nose running. Pittsburgh can't handle the puck in their own zone. Eventually scooped up, and Letang works it up at the low boards through neutral. Back into neutral. Howden gives a little bump to Letang as Letang sets it back inside the Vegas zone. Little group up between the circles, and Vegas is able to get it clear. Shea back behind his own net. Sissons applying a little bit of pressure. Still, if I saw this right, still no Riley Smith. I realized he was out last game. Or is he in this game? Hang on. No Riley Smith in the lineup. Mantha dumping it in behind Hill. Lazan works it up the boards, and Vegas is going to get it clear. Marner all the way across to the high side. Dorofeyev in. Dorofeyev and Hurdle are back together. I just realized that. Quick pass from behind the net. Hurdle to Marner. Couldn't get it past Shilovs. Battle for Dorofeyev to keep the puck in, and he does, making a good move by Hurdle to keep everything alive. Marner gets it towards the net. Dorofeyev can't get a stick on it. Back to the low point. Hanifin to Dorofeyev as Dorofeyev cycles to the point. Off the wall. Hurdle taps it to Marner. Back behind the net. He has to bring it up the low boards and out, but he turns it over as he tries to get it deeper into Pittsburgh territory. Mantha able to buy some time for Pittsburgh to get a change. 7:40 to go in the first. Shots are 5-2 in favor of Pittsburgh. McNabb over to Theodore from the Vegas blue line. Up ahead, tipped back towards the red line. Pittsburgh 3-on-2, but Vegas able to catch up. Feet across the crease, misses everybody. Low point, across to the high point. Down to the high corner. Looking for a place to go. Pass cut off by Colasar, but he couldn't handle the puck. Eventually off the boards, it comes out to Dowd, who can't maintain. But Vegas is able to set it the other way. Cole Smith chasing down the dump pass. Behind the net, into the high corner. Colasar to the high point. Shot by Eichel. Puck blocked out in front of the net. Barbashev is getting his ass kicked a little bit. He's catching pucks. He's catching elbows. He's having a little bit of a rough game. Boys, glad to come home and see my Golden Knights win. And that's what I'm saying, brother. Big first goal. And it was a pretty one, man. Pitt's taking the puck from neutral back into their zone. I can't remember who it was. But Howden made a Howden-style back-check play. Gets the puck to Sissons. Ooh, pass all the way across. Can't find Stoney. Hanifin down the low boards into the corner. And it's going to go back the other way. Nope, Hanifin keeps it up at the point. The boys are fighting for every possession. But makes a great play on the high side of the ice. Sissons recovers the puck that Howden knocks away. Great pass to Bowden, who just extended past Witherspoon as Witherspoon fell right across the crease. Boom, Sissons there to bury it. Like, it was beautiful, man. Ooh, off the wall, a good opportunity with Howden right in front. Shilovs makes the save. A big rebound for Shilovs. Vegas couldn't get the puck out of their skates, and now Pittsburgh's going to go back the other way. Little collision between McNabb and Theodore. And the Pens have it behind the net. Rust gets beat to the puck, but it comes right out to Raquel. Back to Rust across, and the loose puck. Hill comes out and just swats it all the way down. It'll be an icing. But Aiden Hill was sick of that puck being in his fucking crease. just like the rest of just like the rest of Knights country has got to be sick of watching 7 guys flap like idiots at a puck and not be able to clear it out of the blue paint. Okay, drop the puck, will you? Sissons on the dot to the left of Hill. Pitt ends up winning it, but losing it to neutral. Circling at the low boards, passed up ahead, Pitt into the zone. Left back for Russ, sent back behind the net. Puck beats the D-man at the high point. Bowman has a chance. Shot, misses the net. Bowman with a great opportunity, heads up against the goalie, and he's not able to get it between the pipes. 4:35 to go in the first. Shots are 5-4 in favor of Pitt. Dude, the forecheck cycle right there was fucking hypnotizing, dude. We just kept swapping out at the blue line beautifully. Pitt right back the other way after the puck gets dumped into neutral, left behind, across the inside the low circle, stop by Hill. Dorofeev takes it back the other way, and now Marner will dump it in. Thorough trying to chase it. Hurdle gets to the low corner for the loose puck to the low point. Hannafin down the low boards. Hurdle out to the middle, but Vegas will lose it. And I think we have a penalty as Hurdle went down. Almost, Sushi, almost. That Bowman opportunity looked really good for a minute there. All right, what's going on? Did we get a penalty or what? No? I'm not sure what that whistle was for then. I saw Hurdle go down, the play's going, and then there was a whistle. Oh, we do get a power play. Connor Clifton, 2-minute minor for interference against Hurdle.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I wish there was a better, wish I could have a crowd shame, but couldn't find it. So Vegas goes on the power play. Oh man, my nose is going nuts the last couple of days. It must be starting to get some stuff blooming. All right, 2:21 to go in the third. Oilers getting whooped by the Dallas Stars in Dallas 6-2. That's what we expected the Tuesday, was Vegas to lose 6-2. The fact that we only lost 2-1, that's a bummer, man. We were so close, but that was way better than we expected to do. And we actually looked a lot. We still can't play 60 minutes of mistake-free hockey. And I mean, like, major mistakes. Obviously, we're going to make mistakes, but, like, without making a big fuck up, we still haven't quite figured that out, but we're a lot closer, which is awesome. Anyway, Stars 6-2 over the Oilers. And at the end of the game, going into overtime in Minnesota, the Flyers have 1:08 on a power play. Blackhawks and Mammoth in Utah. Mammoth up 1-0. Vancouver up 1-0 over the Predators. 1:50 to go in the first. The shots are 12-2 Vancouver. Predators are getting shamed. Shame. Avalanche over the Kraken 2-0 in Seattle. Those shots are 11-4 in favor of the Avalanche. And we have a jumped face off right off the bat. Hurdle on the dot. And the Pens win it. Witherspoon behind his own net, tosses it all the way down to Aiden Hill. 3:40 to go in the first, 1:50 on the power play. Marner on the high side. Leaves it back to Eichel. Comes in, making the pass to the high point. Hurdle takes it back to the high point to Marner. Eichel. Everybody's in their spots. Marner on the blue line. Dorofeyev on the high dot. Eichel on the low dot. Hurdle in the middle. Stoney on the low baseline. Dorofeyev to Marner. All the way down, and that shot goes into the glove of Shilovs. I was just a shot from the high point. Nobody kind of don't mind it because we need to get shots to the net, but that wasn't exactly a well-screened, potential tip, ready for the rebound type of point shot, which that's what we need more of. Get screens, get guys ready, looking at the ice, sticks on the ice, fight through the stick lift, all that shit. 25.4 on the power play percentage. And that has been without Mark Stone lately. Big shot, misses the net just wide off the top of the low circle. Hill comes all the way out. Has to go behind the net so he doesn't immediately make a bad turnover. One of those, he's not typically good at those decisions. That was a good decision. Marner in up the middle, pass high, trying to go across the ice. A good stick deflects. Stone collects on the low boards. Stoney at the low baseline, right out front to our Hurdle. Cannot connect. Marner able to keep it in on the high point. Down the wall to Dorofeyev, trying to go behind the net to Stoney. He gets it to Eichel on the low boards. Eichel in the corner, under pressure. Skates up the wall. Good passing from the blue line to Hurdle, to Eichel, to Stone. Down on the low baseline, trying to catch Hurdle. A good stick deflects that puck again. Another shot comes in, tipped wide. Hurdle's going to collect in Eichel's spot. Skate back to the middle as he makes the pass to Marner. Down to Eichel outside the low circle. Back to Marner in the middle. Back to Eichel. Down to Stoney. Over to Marner on the top dot. Not enough on it. 5 seconds left on the power play. Minute 50 to go in the period. Pass from Marner to Eichel. We are back to full strength hockey. Eichel in the middle of the ice makes the shot, but Shilovs makes the save. A couple of good setups, just not a whole lot of chances making it through to Shilovs. So much potential. That was such a better power play. Like, it's incredible how much better we look with Stoney. Every single player on the ice gets better with Stoney in. Looks like Eichel went just off the outside of the post. Minute 44 to go in the first. Shots are 5 apiece. That means we only got one shot on that power play attempt, which was the long distance wide open shot from the high point by Marner. Not, like I said, a lot of great opportunities to not get it, to only get one on net, but it's okay. That's a hell of a lot better than we've looked. Hit all the way into the Vegas zone. Puck to the high point. Shot hits something and goes up and out of play. Minute 23 to go in the first. It looks like that puck actually did make it to Hill, as its shots just went to 6-5. See what the temperature is going to be for the bike ride. CV's rolling, waiting, calling, trying to catch me white and nerdy. Wait, dude, I still think Weird Al's White and Nerdy is better than Chameleonaire. Like, I remember a lot. I mean, that came out when I was in high school, bro. And like, bro, I want to roll with the gangsters. They all think I'm too white and nerdy. Like, I remember more lyrics from that than I do from Chameleonaire, right? From Riding Dirty. Puck in the Pittsburgh zone. Letang feathers it out. A lot of everybody kind of fumbled their way with the puck in the Pittsburgh zone, but now we're headed back the other way. Dowd and Cole Smith with a chance. Good race to catch up, but he gets tripped. And now we have another pin. I don't even have to take the red off, which I forgot to do, as we have another Pittsburgh for a trip, or another penalty for a trip on Pittsburgh. Good fucking grief.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
See. Old school YouTube doesn't make me feel great. I'm not going to lie. I mean, granted, it came out when I was in high school and that was long enough ago, but I don't like that. That down, making a cut to the center. It was a great job. Who was it? It was a great job by Pittsburgh to rush back. It was Novak. Made a great effort to get back to prevent the 2-on-1, but then as soon as Dowd cut to the center, it was over. Pitt wins the face-off, puck up to Dorofeyev at the high point, but he can't control it. 15 seconds to go in the period. A minute 45 on the power play. Eichel into the zone on the high side, takes a little shoulder to the chin that throws him right off the puck. Nothing bad or anything, just he was not ready for that. Minute 30 to go on the man advantage for Vegas when we come back to second intermission. When we come back to second period. I said it early. My brain is mush. I didn't sleep. Tonight's going to be better. So, yeah, I'm going to sound pretty stupid until my brain decides to wake up, which could be fucking tomorrow. All right, let's go over to Philly and Minnesota real quick for their overtime. You still got a minute 25. Oh, come on, dude. There it goes. Okay. Little page refresh. So it looks like it's 4-on-3. It is for another 2 seconds. All right. Damn. So announcer just said for Minnesota and Philly, there's a minute 24 to go in overtime. We're about to go 3-on-3 for the first time. It makes sense because I think Philadelphia went into overtime with like a minute and a half on the power play, and apparently very quickly they got, I don't know if they got, is that just the first stoppage? Is anybody watching the Minnesota Philly game? Was that just the first stoppage of overtime and that's why it hasn't been? Hughes picks up the puck following the face-off in front of his own goaltender, hanging out behind the net. What was that? Kaprizov and Zuck with them. Kaprizov into the Philly zone. Across the blue line on the change. Back to Kaprizov. Back to Boldy, and he'll carry it out to neutral. He gets chased down. Minnesota will hang out back in their zone. A pass ahead to Kaprizov. A lot of room in front of him. He slows down as he crosses the blue line, heads to the low wall. Looking for the pass. He leaves it off just inside the zone. Minnesota might be pressing here. Hughes takes it Hughes took it all the way around the net and back out. Boldy back to Hughes down the low boards. Cuts up. Back to the center of the ice. He's got a good stick on him, but nobody home as he made the pass across the crease. Good attempt. Just nobody in a green jersey sitting at home. Back the other way. Philly hard, fast, chasing down the low side. Takes a bump as he goes around the back of the net. 2 seconds, 1 second. Boldy throws it at the goalie to have it kicked away late. We are going to a shootout. Who's in net? Vladar is in net for Philly. Wallstedt in net for Minnesota. So we'll see what happens with this shootout here. What's going on with the other games? Anything else interesting? Everybody in intermission. Avalanche and the Kraken just went. All right, so this is it. Otherwise, everybody else is in intermission right now. So Prime is broken, so I'm stuck watching through you. Fucking ouch. Wow, I'm over here fucking catching strays like that. Yeah, hey, great to be here. Yeah, I'm fucking forced to be. Oh, okay. Sorry, dude. My bad. My bad, boss. No, you're good, brother. You know you're good. Just fucking around. All in good fun, buddy. That shit is great. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of a backhanded compliment there. Well, it wasn't even a compliment. It's not like you said you're fucking happy to be here. You just let me know that you're stuck with me. So, fuck, man. Nothing makes you appreciated by. Nothing makes you feel appreciated like, motherfucker, I have to be here. All right. That's up. Into the zone, going right up the middle. He goes backhand, had Vladar dedicated to the high side. He had Vladar just lunging to the high corner. Sorry, the low corner of the crease. He had Vladar thinking he was going stick side the whole way. He cut back with a wide open backhand and could not control the puck. Philly now coming in, low dodge, cross to the middle, fake, backhand, stop by Wallstead. It's been so good. And then Monger and McCall That's what I'm saying, dude. Need to bring the Bourbon Nights back eventually. Although I'm very curious because Costco, beer's gotten a lot more expensive than when I used to drink it. Like, it's very, very rare that I drink beer. I'm typically drinking bourbon or whiskey. You know that. Ooh, a good fake shot by Kaprizov, but he misses the backhand. But, I don't drink beer very often. But the more I look at beer, the more I realize, like, holy shit, it got expensive. But Costco has a lager. It's like $13 for a 12-pack. And I'm very, very curious. So it's like seeing that Jamie Bennett soon got banned. Ha! He is. He's a dork. The blocker stave Wallstat. There still has not been a goal in this shootout. So I'm trying to do two things at once so I can save time. If every game wasn't an intermission, we'd sit and hang out for a little bit. But I'm going to sneak out while I can. Here we go. Boldy versus Vladar. Goes backhand. Stop by Vladar. Yeah, Zook and Boldy pulled the same move and both beat Vladar. Well, no, Vladar was a lot more patient with Boldy, actually. All right, so a save extends, a make wins it. Couple inches, the difference between victory and disappointment. Shot. Wait, what the fuck just happened? He scored? I thought he stopped it. What the hell just happened? I swear that puck came off him like he made the save. That 5-hole? Dude, that was fast. He absolutely did. I mean, he went 5-hole. He absolutely buried it 5-hole. That was a hell of a shot, man. No. I was watching Pittsburgh, Minnesota. We're at intermission. In fact, I'm going to see how long we're at intermission. All right, I got 7 minutes, brother. I'll be back. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Alrighty, y'all. We are making our way back for the second period. Oop, forgot to hit that button. With Vegas on the power play, did see that Jonathan, we saw sat and hung out for the shootout. We watched the last minute and a half of the overtime, and we caught the shootout. Where'd my phone? I forgot my phone. Hang on a second. Oh. Make sure the TV is muted. Alrighty. But yeah, the game-winning goal confused me for the Flyers game because it was a quick release, but the puck came so hard back out of the net. I thought that Wallstedt made the save. So when everybody was celebrating, I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? And I actually had to watch the replay, and I was like, what, did he go 5-hole? Sure enough, 5-hole and right back out. All right. On the dot, Hurdle wins it. Marner with a lazy pass is going to immediately give a chance to Pitt. But Hilly makes a good stop as Marner forces him way outside. And now Eichel recovers it, heading into neutral. Up ahead to Stoney down the low wall, back out to the low point. Marner, as everybody gets in position, misses Eichel. Takes a swing at the puck. That was just a bad pass from Marner. Pitt's able to force it all the way back down towards Hilly. Marner recovers, makes the pass up ahead. And Hurdle leaves it back for Eichel. Eichel down the high wall. Everybody in position. Stoney on the low baseline. Back to Eichel. Up to Marner at the point. Back to Eichel. Shot from the high dot. Stopped by Shelovs. And Pitt gets the recovery. Now going in 1-on-3. Pittsburgh will leave the puck back. 25 seconds to go on the Vegas power play. Just over a minute into the second period. Back into the Vegas zone, but Pittsburgh zone immediately turned over. 10 seconds left on the man advantage as the puck is sent deep by Dewar. 2, 1, and we are back to full strength hockey. Minute 32 gone in the second. Big shot. Shelovs made a good save. Stoney was right there for the rebound, but it just went up and over his stick, and then Dorofeyev was too far towards the dot. Stoney was right there, wide open, ready to bury the rebound, but that puck hit and went straight up in the air. Face off just outside of the Pitt zone. Won by Pitt, sent all the way down for an icing, and we're coming back right in front of Shelovs. The Dorofeyev crack you. I don't know where you got on the kick of coming in here and asking shit like that. Dorofeyev, when Dorofeyev looks 50, he'll still look 16. It is always wrong no matter what, just because he has the face of a child. Although, he'd probably be gentle. Some chicken strips inside of Matt and Zamboni all nights. You did get you got a Zamboni out here? That's awesome, dude. Those things are sick. I got a couple of things from T-Mobile. No, I don't have that one. Hurdle into the Pitt zone. Okay, what's the penalty? It's like I've got a Riley Smith bust that I broke the head off of. I've got a Noah Hannafin pin. I've got a light up foam thing. Got a bunch of the playoff towels up on the wall. I actually got to move the playoff towels over to this wall. Drop the jerseys and put them up. Fucking hell. No, everybody's always ahead of me. I do have the penalty. I was just talking about other stuff. Shit, brother, we want to see him. Yeah, I got to do that eventually. Like I said, we got 7. I got the perfect amount to do a V. So, like I said, how the jerseys are now, drop it down a little bit, put the V with the towels, and then Batman up on top of all of it. All right, Pittsburgh on the power play. Puck sent all the way down to Shelos. So you got the 5th power play versus the 7th penalty kill. And you got Pittsburgh with a really good penalty kill going against our 3rd ranked, I believe, power play. Into the Vegas zone. Puck back to the low point. He probably should have shot that. Down the low boards to Raquel. Almost all 5 skaters. Everybody was on one side of the ice for Pittsburgh. There was no distance, which just collapsed Vegas into that. Just no passing or shooting lanes. Said, yeah, other than the high point, everybody was like top of the low circle and down below the net. Little too clumped together to create anything. Back into the Vegas zone goes Pittsburgh. Big group up, and Dowd finds the puck, goes low boards all the way down to Shelos. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. 3.5 minutes into the second. Letang starts it. Pass up ahead, and it is an icing. Thought Soderblom got a stick on it. Letang's bitching about it, but it does not change the whistle. Shots are 7-6 in favor of Vegas. 38 seconds to go on the power play. 16:22 left in the second period. Yeah, Jonathan, it's funny actually. Like I did finally find a stream that's not a minute and a half behind, which the beginning of the season was terrible. Most of the season was terrible because I was so far behind. But finally, we're at least in some kind of relative space, though we are still quite a bit back. Pittsburgh into the Vegas zone. 25 seconds on the man advantage. Letang at the middle of the point, passes it down to the high dot, trying to go between the legs backwards. It is stopped by Vegas sticks and sent all the way back to Shelos. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Letang across the red line, goes low boards, pucks in, low point, 2 seconds. Tip goes off of Soderblom's foot, and we're back to full strength hockey. I need to set the power plays up. Oh, Theodore gets a tip in. It's 3-on-1. They have to hurry, and Theodore shoots and misses a mile fucking high and wide. Why would you not? 3-on-1, dude. Pittsburgh shoots it from the blue line, hits them thin out front. Stone eventually recovers, lightly taps it into neutral, comes back to him. He goes ahead again. Dorofeyev trying to charge in, but good defense holds him off. Puck to Bowman, back out to Korczak. Dorofeyev, and he shoots and he scores. That was just so much happening so fast. Like I said, Dorofeyev crashes in, gets held up. Hurdle's able to fight the puck away to Bowman. Bowman somehow gets the puck set to free ice up at the blue line where Korzak takes it, looks shot, but sends it to Dorofeyev and allows Dorofeyev to bury it over the left shoulder of Shilov's. What a goal, man. Just great passing, which we've been missing. Dorofeyev burying one, which that's Dorofeyev. And I mean, everything about that was great. And then Hilly from behind the net gives up the puck and a pretty wild shot. Ooh, going hard as he loses an edge. I'm not sure who that was for Vegas. Back the other way. I got to make the score call, but I got to go get my high five. Be right back. Yeah. For your Golden Knights with his 31st of the season, number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, with an assist from number 6, Kaden Korzak, and a secondary assist from number 42, Braden Bowman. Puck won by Vegas from the face-off to the left of Shilov's, dumped back around behind the net. Eichel trying to feed it out front, and it gets cut off. Pittsburgh back the other way. Dumped into the high corner. Hannafin gets there first ahead of Mantha. Anderson on the low corner will try to bring it out. It gets picked off by Dewar momentarily. Vegas able to recover. Sorry, that was Novak making a good defensive play for the Penguins. Puck back into the Vegas zone. Little give and go between Mantha and Novak, but Vegas able to cut it off. High road pass to Kolasar. He's in the Pittsburgh zone on the high boards. Tries to go all the way across. Couldn't find a teammate. He had some open space at the point. He decided to just keep the puck deep. Can't fault him, but slight lack of vision. Hill into the high corner. Korzak sends it low to Lazon. Up out of the zone. Kolasar can't handle it. It comes back under pressure from Soderblom. And back up the low boards and out. Cole Smith racing down against Letang. Letang gets there first. Pitt is able to work the puck up the low boards, and here comes Pittsburgh. From top of the low circle, stopped by Aiden Hill. 12:21 to go in the second. Shots are 8-7 in favor of Vegas. With a scoreboard both sides are familiar with, just different teams next to different numbers. Getting a little revenge for that 5-0, but as much as we are welcoming Stoney back, it is Braden Bowman with 2 assists on 2 goals. Little give and go with Sissons that allowed Sissons to bury one back door. And Bowman being a part of that work in front of the net to break the puck loose to the blue line, and Korzak. Everybody who's been here more than one game knows how much I hate on Kaden Korzak. And it's not that I think he is useless. It's just when you compare his size and skill to Ben Hutton, it is mind blowing that Ben Hutton is not the starter over Caden Korzak. So while I hate, it is not a because he sucks. It is a he is not the best option we have, and I don't understand why we're not using the better option. But Caden Korzak this time actually has his head up towards the goal, looking shot the whole way, draws the defender across the ice with him, which opens up Dorofeyev. And to be honest, Shilov saw it the entire way. He was in front, ready to go against Dorofeyev, and Doro just roofed him. And I preach, that's the other thing that I've been preaching for what I've been doing this too. I've been only streaming for 2 years, but I've been preaching this a lot longer. The hardest place for a goalie to make an incredible save is right past his ears. With too many times we keep the puck on the ice when that's like the one option he has to make the save. So Dorofeyev making a great decision to roof him. All right, puck is live pit right back in from neutral after Vegas takes it out of the zone. Novak back behind, shot goes wide. It might have caught the blocker of Aiden Hill. Pittsburgh cycling. Raquel throws it to the high point, down the high boards, trying to feed it towards the center. Letang can't control it. Puck comes back out. A shot from Pitt hits Hill and goes straight up in the air. Ben's continue to cycle Shea across the blue line. Leaves it for Letang to Shea. Down on the low point. Puck goes off of McNabb's skate, and it is a Pittsburgh goal. Well, that sucks. The audio for the game is ahead of the video for the game, so I got to try and fix that. That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking boo. I never actually changed this. I don't know if any hotkeys are set to this. They're not. Okay. It's just unfortunate. It's not. I mean, Hill is actually. He's winning the battle to keep. Let's see. Does it hit McNabb? No. Raquel got a stick on it, and it beat Hilly's skate. To be honest, McNabb was winning the battle. He cleared out the front of the net. The puck going wide. I think Hilly should have had a blocker on that, but it's just a good goal. Or he should have had a pad on that. It's... Ooh, puck right in front of the net. Dangerously off the face-off. Marner able to recover. Ooh, what happened here? Hang on, let me get my cheat sheet back up. Hurdle picked off, puck going back the other way. Dewar standing at the low point, tossing it towards the net, but he ends up hitting a hurdle, puck back into neutral. Dewar trying to send it back down. Marner picks it up. He leaves it back for Dorofeyev, back to Marner, and Marner gets tripped as they score. Yo, Sushi. No. Sushi, that is not okay. No. No. Marner making a great play. Pass the back to Dorofeyev. And then Dorofeyev reaching Marner. And the confidence to skate through as Shilos takes his legs out. And he follows through with the shot to bury it. We are starting to look like the Golden Knights a little bit right now. And you gotta love it. Dude, what a typo. Sushi, what a typo. Pittsburgh has it off after the face-off, dumping it in from the red line. Hill settles it. Lazan goes up the high boards. Smith breaks it free, and Colasar sets it out to neutral. Let me go get my I-5, hang on. He's just a dip the last return. I love it. He has this extra little fire behind it. Yeah. Unreal. Ring for your Golden Knights. Like, where is it? Hang on. The goal. Okay, hang on. The summary is all fucked up right now. Wait. Okay. Number with his 19th of the season, number 93, Mitch Marner. With an assist from number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev. All right, let me see if I can refresh and get the sound back on the right time. Dude, I not only was this sound off, which is killing me because I heard the goal sound like 30 or not 30, but like 5 seconds before the goal. And I couldn't tell which side, like I couldn't tell what was going on. And then we scored, and it was like, okay, cool, let's be excited. But there was a but. There's an also. Oh, also, I go on. You. What was the also? Oh yeah, I go to look on the phone for the summary and they have the fucking goals out of order. So I couldn't even figure out what the hell I was looking at. Yeah, they still have the goals out of order. I'm trying to read it and I'm like, Raquel didn't just score the goal for the Golden Knights, I promise you. It's like, trust me, buddy. We got plenty of time for smiles. And apparently sushi come in boys. So I mean, this is just a hell of a chat. The last couple of the last little set of text on the screen that's something. 9:23 to go in the second. Shots are 10-9 Vegas. Get my cheat sheet up. Shea plays it behind the Pittsburgh net. Marner and Hurdle in deep. Dorofeyev to help. Gets it out front to Marner. Can't quite handle it. Little turn and shot. And it gets stopped, but Vegas recovers to Hannafin working down from the point. He returns to the point. Tossing it behind the net down to Anderson in the low corner. Not sure why he is in the low corner. Puck coming out, and Anderson loses the battle. Back the other way. Letang takes the puck to the top dot, cycles back to the blue line. Kind of there. Oh, dude, CS is fun as shit. No, you're good. You're good, Sushi. And now we're going to get a penalty on Marner. I'd like to see that trip again. Dude, CS, like, get over dealing with the cheaters and shit. Learn your recoil, because CS recoil is fucking wild. And I like playing like gun game and shit like that. And it or I don't know if it's called gun game, but it's the one, it's a team based, and you work through like 16 different guns or something like that. And that definitely helps learn recoil. But CS is fucking great, man. Yeah, Marner getting the trip. That is a good call. But yeah, like when I had CAD class in high school, and dude, we for like 3 years of high school, and we would, since the computers were all LAN together, we would just play CS:GO against each other. Like we barely ever did shit in that class, but we did play a lot of CS. Puck to the middle of the point, shot tipped wide. Fed back behind the net by Raquel. Novak sets it back to Raquel to the high point, skating across the blue line. Fed down low. Back to Carlson on the blue line. Top dot, Raquel. Chinikov, is that it? Yeah. Back to the point, Carlson looking. Down low, it misses Chinikov, but Lazan can't get it past his skates. Fighting Novak, able to get out to the middle before sending it into the corner. And at least at the moment, Pittsburgh still controls, trying to get the puck free in the high corner. And he's able to break free to Chickenov at the top of the low circle. Hits Howden's stick out of his hand and sends the puck up out of play. I just started doing this power play thing with the color, and I'm already forgetting about it. There's top 25.1. That's not, oh, no, that's actually pretty good. Okay. I'm so used to seeing numbers differently. When they were like 6 for 7 on the penalty kill, I'm like, that's terrible. No, it's not. That's great. Like that's what happened with the St. Louis shots and scores earlier. Dude, St. Louis scored 3 goals on 17 shots. That still is just, that puck poked out. I think it might have gone into the bench. 36 seconds on the man advantage with 6:48 to go in the second. There have been 20 total shots taken. 11 for Vegas, 9 for the Pens. Face off to the left of Hill. Down on the dot. Pitt comes away with it to the high point. Down to Soderblom in the high corner. Back up to the high point. Blue line brought down the high wall. Back to the point. Pass to the top of the high circle. Back across the ice, and nobody's shooting. Shot from the low dot. Hits Soderblom in front and goes wide. Lot of space. Good passing for Pittsburgh. Shot stopped by Aiden Hill. Vegas again getting very committed to getting behind the net. Shot from the top dot. Aiden Hill makes the stop. He's flopping on the ground. Eventually Soderblom sets it to the high wall. Back to the blue line. Backhand by Pitt. Anderson can't find the puck as Hill loses his stick, but he's able to flop down and cover it. Good grief. Okay, that was a punch to the, that's 2 punches to the face while you're standing between them. How is that not a penalty? That usually gets a roughing when it's the refs are already there and you go bam, bam, punches in the face. Maybe not usually, but every now and then. A girl can dream. So yeah, Hilly lost his stick. It's out in front, and Hill's loose stick disrupted the puck with Mantha. So as bad as it was for Hilly to drop his wood, he that ended up making actually a really random, really good play. So shots are now 13-11 in favor of Pittsburgh. 6:02 to go in the second, and it looks like we are back to full strength hockey. Face off won by Vegas. McNabb behind the net sets it up the high boards, and too far ahead of Barbashev. It comes right back in front of Hilly. All right, who's not in intermission right now so we can hang out and watch a game while they go to intermission? Fucking nobody. Dude, everybody's going to intermission at the same time. Again. What a bummer, dude. Game, we can be ins without Sid and Gina. Then sweep, go Peds. Hey, shout out, Jeffrey. You know what? You got the Peds absolutely destroyed us last game without Howden, without Stoney. You know, it just, you guys shamed, the Peds shamed us. But tonight we got our captain back, which is a big jump in energy. Our fourth line is a NHL fourth line. Offsides on the Penguins. Having Cole Smith, Nick Dowd, and Keegan Colasar together, I'm excited. Now, Colasar needs to get back, and he needs to get to hitting. He needs to get to being a physical son of a bitch, because now he's on the line with two guys that want to hit. And I have loved them since they've come onto the team. I have been very surprised. Not by Dowd. I knew Dowd, but I had no clue who Cole Smith was. So having them come in has been awesome. Now, again, you are missing, yeah, without Sid and Gino, you're right. You know, you did it to us once. Shame on you. You might do it to us again. We have a hard time playing 60 minutes of hockey, so don't give up on this game yet. But, yeah, like I said, Stoney coming back has been huge. Hurdle and Dorofeyev going back to the same line is huge. Howden, Bowman, and Sissons is like the shock of the century. I can't believe the way that those three are playing right now, especially Bowman. He's having a fantastic game. Like, a lot of things are much more in place. Now, what do we do when Carlson and Riley Smith come back? Because both of them are out. So you got to think Sissons would sit and probably Bowman would sit. And so now you have Sissons and Bowman with, who did I just say? Hey, they beat us 5-0 last time, brothers. But yeah, like Marner, Dorofeyev, and Hurdle, love it. Eichel, Dorofeyev, or Eichel, Barbashev, Stone, love it. Who is it? Sissons, Bowman, and I. Why am I blanking on who's with Sissons and Bowman? But Sissons and Bowman, you replace with Carlson and Riley Smith. Who the fuck's on that line with him? It's Sissons, Bowman. I can't fucking figure it out. Respect, brother. Y'all had Marc-Andre Fleury. Oh, yeah. The Steel said they love the Vegas team. Hey, dude. Pittsburgh is a team I've always had a lot of respect for. I used to, like, back in the early 2010s with, you know, back when you had Fleury and watching Letang and Crosby, and I'm blanking on a couple other names right now, but we've also been watching the game, so my brain's a little lost on that sense. My initial GK, hey, there you go, brother. But yeah, I really do enjoy Pittsburgh. I've enjoyed watching them for a very long time. My dad was originally born in Pittsburgh, so he was always keeping an eye on the team. So yeah, I got nothing but love and respect for Pitt, especially giving us Fleury, because that man is a gift everywhere he goes, dude. Fucking love Fleury. Heard Gallant first and Fleury second. I got twice as excited as I already was. It'd be so sad when same, dude. Like, there was always the conversation who was better, Crosby or Ovechkin. And it used to piss me off, man, because Crosby is 10 times the hockey player. Ovechkin is a great scorer. Absolutely. Pitt just scored. Sorry, I'm on my monologue. But Ovechkin is a great scorer. Obviously, he's the best scorer ever. He's the best goal scorer ever. So obviously he's good. But as a hockey player, Crosby has always been like, he is the 2010s GOAT for sure. 2010s, well into 2020s GOAT. Dude, that's just a beautiful pass. Kindle beat Lazan. Lazan took a bad angle. So Bowman did everything he can to keep Mantha outside. Korzak didn't get in the way of the puck. And on the high side, Lazan took a bad angle to cut off the pass. And beautiful play by Pittsburgh. Beats Hill backdoor. And we're 3-2. In the pit zone, Cole Smith collects. Sets it for Dowd, who goes to the point, across to the top of the low circle. Theodore throws it at the net. He should have gone straight back across the blue line, dude. Fucking giveaway, Shea Theodore. Back behind the net, Pittsburgh. Settling. Who's this? Oh, I'm on the wrong team. Vegas back behind their own net, having to reset the other way. Looks like it went out into neutral and immediately back in for an offsides. Oh, no. I think it's going to be too many men on Pittsburgh. They're talking. Latag's over there screaming. Stoney's over there with them. I thought it was offsides, but if he didn't get back on the bench in time, then fuck yeah, too many men. Let's go. Show the replay. It doesn't matter what the coach is doing. Show the replay. Show the replay. Show the replay. Show the replay. Show the fucking replay. All right, they're not calling a penalty. Show the replay. I guess we don't get to make up our own minds about that. Never mind. Did I hate that? And when it comes to production with the replays and all that shit, I hate the NHL. I hate them doing interviews on the bench in the middle of the game, like in the middle of the period. The replay guys are weak. They'll show they'll sit there and talk about something that happened for 30 seconds, never once show the replay. Just little things that get to you when you're watching a couple hundred games a season. Puck into the low corner of the Pittsburgh zone. Witherspoon able to get it to Carlson and works up the low wall and out. Anderson pinching down, but the puck came out. So Stoney touches up and it's an offsides. Goals by rookies. We don't have one of those. I don't think we've had a goal by a rookie in. See, Cody never made it out of preseason that game. So, yeah, or that season. 2 minutes left in the second period. Puck comes out to neutral. Fed ahead for Hurdle to chase down. Going hard against Witherspoon. Puck kept in by Theodore, lost by Marner as he tried to go down the low boards. Fed up ahead to Chickenov, who is stopped by Aiden Hill. Chinnikov. Drafted in 2020, 37 goals in 4+ seasons, not great. 11 goals in 26 games with Pitt. Much, much better. See, there's a guy that just needs to find the right system. Now, granted, Columbus is that is, I could see that not exactly being the hip hip hooray type of celebration when you hear Columbus drafted you. Face off to the left of Aiden Hill. 1:45 to go in the period. Shea at the low point. Puts it down. Saved by the blocker of Aiden Hill. On the low dot. Fighting to get in the center. Good stick lift by Bowden. Jesus Christ. Puck ends up behind Aiden Hill. Pittsburgh still controlling in the low corner up to the low point. Letang works it down the boards, but it goes up and over. Who's that? Rust. Just a battle. Rust takes a little shove from Howden. I wouldn't have been surprised if a penalty was called, like a cross check. Anderson in the zone. He has some help to the high side. Pass made up ahead. Going for the wraparound was Howden. He had the speed to beat them all, but could not bury it. Chipped all the way out. Lazon keeps it at the red line and sends it in, but now we have a cross-check penalty. Wait. Oh, it's a slash. Oh, they sent Letang and Howden to the box. So there was a cross-check and then a slash. I'd like to see it because I saw the cross-check way early. Or the potential cross-check, but I might have been able to be called a hook. Okay, where's the penalty for that? Oh, dude, to call both of them is horseshit. He did not call a penalty on Howden until he had no choice but to call a penalty on Letang. All right. 35 seconds to go in the period. We are 4-on-4. Carlson into the Vegas zone, trying to go across the ice. Good stick by Stone, and there's our best defensive forward in the league. I will not be accepting questions. Puck into the Vegas zone, trying to find Witherspoon, streak into the net. A good stick, deflected the puck up and away from him. Stoney back out to neutral. Can't find Eichel as he was looking for space. Pitt's going to come right back the other way. Good interference by Stoney to separate man from puck. And he'll dump it on net at Shilovs, who will settle it. And with 1:10 to go in the 4-on-4, we are headed into second intermission. All right, so interesting. We've got actually a better than normal second period again for the Golden Knights. I think the first goal, Aiden Hill thought the puck was going wide, so he was a little bit lazier than I think even he probably wishes he went a little more aggressive at the puck because it ended up just sneaking by a skate, and there was a stick there to redirect it into the net. So when he looked back, it almost looked like, oh shit, I didn't know someone was right there. Because he could have maybe not easily, but he could have kicked it out to the wall, out to the boards. And so I feel like even though he didn't necessarily do anything wrong, it was a great play by Pittsburgh. I think he'd like that one back a little bit. And then he got beat in the second. A bunch of plays where the defense has actually helped him out, which again is new. Not really used to that happening a whole lot with the fellas lately. Let's see what else we got going on. What's going on with Pitt? They're getting a lot more aggressive in the offensive zone than they were, or they got more aggressive in the second than they were in the first, clearly. More shots, 2 goals. Penalties are killing Vegas, just like always. I don't think it wasn't a power play goal, but the guys they don't have 60 minutes of energy for hockey. So when you're giving up 3 power plays, it doesn't exactly help out with having stamina for the rest of the game. Just stupid shit that needs to stop. Stupid penalties that we don't need to be committing. Power play looks good, but we need to we need to get a goal. Hang on, I'm trying to double check. Yeah. We need some power play goals. We need a game or two we don't need to have 5 games in a row, but we need at least 2 or 3 where we have a power play goal, or we have like back-to-back games with 2 power play goals, like something that's, I feel like once we get the first one with our main 5, everybody will stop pressing and we'll just go right back into the flow. Again, everything looked good except for getting pucks through bodies to the net and then having somebody in front of the net. Again, Eichel's shot was great. Stoney was right there. Just a jumping puck went right over his stick. So unfortunately, not able to follow up on that one. Marner, ever since the Olympics, has come back with a fire lit under his ass. Marner is good. We all know Marner is good. He was being too passive, too unselfish. Just no confidence. That's gone away. He's come back from the Olympics with all the confidence in the world. It's actually been really fun to watch. Since we're at intermission, I'm like, well, let's see what's going on for tomorrow. See if we'll be here for a game. Because, hey, dude, Kings, Islanders, Oilers, Blues. So, Friday, you have Kings, Islanders, Oilers, Blues. On Wednesday, you had the Canucks and the Senators, which, fair enough, and the Flyers and the Capitals. There's one watchable game in all of that. And then today, you have everybody that I want to watch playing at the same time. Like Sharks, Bruins, Capitals, Sabres, Ducks, Leafs. I was only interested because I wanted to watch the Ducks, but the Leafs ended up beating them. But like the Lightning and the Red Wings, all playing at the same time. Columbus and Florida ended up being an overtime game. Fucking the Flames beat the Devils. Like, there's all kinds of shit that was great. They all started at the same damn time. So Rangers ended up beating the Jets 6-3. Ooh. Blackhawks beating the Mammoth in overtime in Utah 3-2. Then we were here to see the Flyers winning a shootout against the Wild. That was fun. In Minnesota. Stars ended up winning 7-2. I thought they won 6-2. They won 7-2. Shout out, Dallas. You beat us on Tuesday, but doesn't matter since you whooped on the Oilers. And that's funny. Dude came in talking shit after the Stars won 2-1. And it's like, bro, Vegas has been dog shit since like fucking December. Like, the only reason we were first in our division for so long is because our division was so terrible. It's like Vegas against Dallas was the best Vegas has looked in a long time. And that includes the win in Detroit, the win over LA. Dallas should have beat us the way they beat Edmonton. So it's like, definitely a good win for Dallas, but it wasn't I'd say, I'm a little curious about the classification of an ass whooping. So tomorrow, most likely not gonna go live. What time? Well, what time are the games? Might do a questionable stream. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. Like I said, if you're subs, you'll see a couple hours before I go live, whether or not we're going live. But 4 o'clock for the Kings and the Islanders in New York. Excuse me. Now the Islanders should stomp the Kings, but Kings are in the division, so we might watch it. I don't know. Oh, you're starting now? Hell yeah, it is tomorrow, ain't it? Fuck yeah, buddy. Cheers, brother. Have one for me. Have an extra one. Hey, bro, if we make the playoffs, at this point, that'll be borderline miracle. But I appreciate that, brother. This is going to be fun. And we will be here for the playoffs. We were here every game. I think we only missed 1 or 2 games last season. So we'll be here throughout the playoffs for sure. Hoping a game will come back so that we have something to watch while we wait for this intermission. But keep an eye out again. Kings Islanders tomorrow. Maybe I'll find something to do while we watch the game. So it's kind of I don't know. But Saturday, 7 p.m., back here for Vegas. Blackhawks coming into town. Let's see. Saturday, you got the Ducks and the Senators. That should be a decent game. You got the Bruins and the Capitals. That should be a decent game. Avalanche and the Jets. Ooh, that's going to be a hard one. I feel like that's going to be hard to watch as a Jets fan. I mean, you got a 17 or so, what, a 34-point difference there. Oof. Rangers in the Wild. Wild should stomp the Rangers. You got the Sabres and the Maple Leafs, dude. I tried to watch Toronto and what was it, Tampa? Is that the one we did? I made it through the first period. It was like, okay, we're done. See you guys later. I'm wasting my time watching this game, dude. Toronto is hard to watch right now. They have been all season, man. If you go back to the beginning of the season, I watched a couple of Toronto games, and it was like, man, they're just not fun to watch. And like we've been going through that with Vegas, where they're just not fun to watch. There's not a lot to compliment. You can't compliment the effort. You can't compliment their speed, their physicality, nothing. It's just rough. 5 cuts, man. Going at it. I love it. Can't wait to go to the game. My Gramps is taking me. He's always wanted to see Vegas. He was 9/11 survivor. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Nah, the game, dude. The games are so much fun. Make sure you're there early, dude. Jonathan, have you been to T-Mobile? I feel like you have, right? Like, if you've never been to T-Mobile, you got to go down there early. Make sure, if you're staying on the strip, it's a little tougher. But what I would recommend is wherever you're at on the strip, take a taxi. Like, when in Vegas, get an Uber, a taxi. No, this is my first time ever in Vegas. Fuck yeah, Jonathan, right on. So if you want to stock the room up so you can save a couple of bucks, there's a store called Total Wine and More. It is a 9-minute ride from like New York to that store. It's literally town square, just a couple miles up the road. Save money on your liquor. Go there, buy a case of beer, buy some bottles, whatever you're going to do. And if you're going, and if, that way you could, because get a bunch of beer, get a bunch of tall boys or aluminum twist cans, whatever, and just go enjoy it. Take them with you as you go to the casino. At least have a freebie or a cheaper beer, because they do get expensive. And at the game, they're going to be $20 fucking dollars. Like a tall boy of Miller Lite is $20. Be ready for that. If you don't go down there with your own alcohol, the best deal you're going to get is in New York, New York. They do 2 beers and a shot for like $20. It might have gone up recently, but you get 2 tall boys and a mini bottle for $20. That's going to be your best deal unless you're a gambler or have a couple bucks to gamble. Then you just go throw a couple bucks in a machine and get your drinks free. Make sure you spot your cocktail waitress first, because you don't want to sit down hoping for a drink and piss away $50 in 30 seconds. So, yeah, dude, you're going to die from alcohol poisoning off one shot. That's a big asshole. But, like I said, find your cocktail waitress first. If you're not, other than that, there's a bunch of good restaurants everywhere, but show up an hour early if you can get, because it's T-Mobile Plaza. It's between MGM Park and or I think it's MGM Park and New York, New York. And just go hang out, feel out the vibes, dude. Like they have a DJ out there. They have like there's a company doing free tattoos and shit. Like it's a lot of fun. And then when they open the doors, go grab your seats, because like you don't want to miss the start of the pre-show, because that is part of being at T-Mobile for a night's game. Is they drop the lights, they do the show, they do the either the preview on the TV, or they have the night out fighting the other team and fighting the dragon, and then they light up the castle and the dragon. Like the pre-show's awesome. And then when they lower the helmet for the guys to come skating out of, it is a sound. It's this bass, just I've been going to games for 9 years, 8 years, 9 years, 9 years. And that sound still makes the hair on my arm stand up, dude. It's so fucking cool. And then you don't want to miss the anthem. And if you've never paid attention to what happens when the anthem happens in Vegas, you're gonna love it, dude. It's fucking cool. Oh yeah, we ace our pregame shows every time. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Because, yeah, that Vegas puts on a fantastic pre-show. And then, like I said, the helmet drop is my favorite part. It still gives me chills, man. And then, like I said, the anthem. If you haven't been to T-Mobile, like, you can hear it on TV. Very rarely do they show Golden Knights national anthems anymore. But when they do, you can hear the shout. It is, you are not ready. Like when the anthem goes, dude, oh, it is so fucking awesome. Reminds me like Silver Knights openings. I love it. Yeah, dude, the Silver Knights it's like Golden Knights Junior, man. They really put a lot of effort into it, which is awesome because they built Dollar Loan Center. So the Silver Knights can go and play there, which is great. They have their own space. It's an actual arena. I mean, dude, we were going to watch the Knights play in the at the New Orleans. Like it's the hockey rink, but it was like a convention center where they put in a couple of bleachers. Like very, very, very small venue at the Orleans. And, the Orleans isn't in a great place. Like, you leave your car in the parking lot there, it's liable to get broken into type of shit. So it's, for them to be now in Green Valley, which is, I hop on as soon as I hit the highway, like the highway's a minute that way, Green Valley's 12 minutes that way. So it's right there. Like if I wanted to ride, like I got an e-bike so that I can ride to the gym instead of driving. Just kind of get even though it's not really extra cardio, it's just kind of get warmed up on the way there. Well, I could ride that bike to Dollar Loan Center and back. It's right there. You love both stadiums? Yeah, dude. It's so cool. Like I love, and Henderson does what I wish Vegas did. Henderson is so local and fan oriented. Like they do a bunch of deals and a bunch of events and show up early for this, come do this with the team. We're going to be over here with the kids. Like they do so much that I wish Vegas would do more of, which you can understand why they don't do as much, but still. But yeah, brother, it's Jonathan, you're going to love it, man. And you'll hear where I get my goal announcement from, because it's 100% stolen from old boy that does it at T-Mobile Arena. And the reason I do it like that is because the whole point of this is to take place of being, not everybody can go to the game, so we can at least hang out, have fun, hear the goal buzzer, celebrate like we're at the game. So I've 100% stolen from him. So you'll hear that at the game. You'll hear, it's time for an Adam S. Cutner power play. Shit like that just goes off, dude. And if I wasn't so afraid of YouTube, I would do the nighttime, daytime memes, the Allen memes. Doing a lot more of the stuff that I can't get away with because YouTube's YouTube is asshole. So that it's even as many games as I've been to, I am very envious because you are going to the game. It's just, they're so much fun, man. It really is another level. And like Buffalo, that's a game that people want to go to because it should be a good game. Having a Star Wars theme this March. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go, man. The Silver Knights are just too much fun. Seriously, like my dad actually told me not too long ago, we got a 3-point cushion. Silver Knights have a 3-point cushion. So I've been watching you, but not talking. Hey, no, you're good, bro. Hey. Hey, man, I honestly, I do the same thing every now and then. I'll pop into stream and just kind of hang out. I since the Olympics, I've only streamed up. I didn't stream for a long time. Didn't really watch anything, but now that we're back, buddy, I have to find. I'll find my way back in and start chatting it up with you. I was watching you guys play Warzone because I still have. As much as I hate Call of Duty right now, I still have that bite to play Warzone again. I used to drop 20 bombs in 1.0, and I miss it, man. I miss hot drop in the superstore, hot drop into the storage units, the apartments that were just north of the storage units, dropping the village over by the town, by stadium, dropping that little town right next to the fire station. I miss that a lot, man. I miss my car 98. I miss popping dudes out of the sky on Rebirth. Like, you guys definitely seem like you have some fun. Since I've only played Tarkov for the longest time, every now and then I forget what fun video games are like, man, and what it's like to have fun. Pitt breaking in fast, leaving the puck back to the point. Hurdle battling. Everybody goes down. Puck stays in. Chinnikov feeds it to Shea. Takes it down to the low dot. Stopped by the skate of Hurdle to the high point. Puck pass everybody. Penalties up to both sides. We are back to full strength hockey. All the way down to Hill. He'll feed it towards the low boards, and it is not out. To the high corner. Marner's going to try and get it clear. It does not go. Delayed. Offsides gives time for Vegas to clear. Puck all the way back down into Pitt territory. Letang sets it to the high corner. A little smash as the puck comes right back to him. Battle for it on the low boards. Lazard digging for it. A cross check to Dowd. No penalty. Letang getting away with another one, and then he slashes Cole Smith and cross-checks him. There's a missed penalty as well as Soderblom goes down to a trip. And as we say here more than once a game, ref, you suck. Diving for the puck, does not get it towards the goal. Back behind the net, pitch shooting from the top dot, stopped by the skates of the man in front of him. That was Sissons getting in the way of that opportunity. Immediately right back the other way. Vegas playing not to lose. Pittsburgh trying to win. Bad combination for the Golden Knights, as it is disastrous when their goal becomes don't let them score. They need to go back to exactly what they've been doing that got them 3 goals. Pittsburgh into the Vegas zone. Great play to maintain possession. I got to find out who that was for Pittsburgh because that was actually pretty impressive. Eventually, puck comes loose on the high boards as Bowman hits the red line and dumps it in. Like and subscribe. Hey, appreciate you guys. Much love to you. Much love. Always appreciate you coming in and hanging out, man. Puck in. Chinnikov misses the net wide. Hannafin might have taken a bump for the stick on the follow through. No penalty, of course. Just a little wake up call for number 15 into Pittsburgh zone. Shea shoves Anderson, which breaks up his pass down into the high corner. Back across the blue line. Pittsburgh gets it out. Lazon making a good play to stop the puck at the red line. Back into the pit zone. Shea chases it behind the goalie up the high boards, and Pittsburgh is out. Not for long. Man, neutral battle going on right now. Puck getting into the zone, but only momentarily. A good play by Chinnikov there to get the puck to the front of the Vegas crease. Fought off under the defense by Vegas. Barbashev now from the red line. Light toss in right on Shilovs, and he goes for a change. Shea feeds it up to the high boards, and Mantha exits. Up ahead to Novak, back to Mantha, back to Novak. A little dive and stick push, but Pittsburgh keeps it in. Up the low boards. Good pressure. Sends the puck the other way. Potential 3-on-1. Marner makes the pass, shot, and score! That was all that started at the low point of the Vegas zone. Dorofeyev putting impossible pressure on Pittsburgh, breaks Marner up the low boards, and you have Hurdle and Dorofeyev chasing. Dorofeyev sets right in the middle of the circles, and Pittsburgh overcommits. Witherspoon decides to ride Carlson's ass, attacking Marner. And he abandons Dorofeyev, leaving Doro wide open between the circles to bury his second one of the game. Let's fucking go. Gotta go get my high five. I'll be right back. Not only do we have our captains back, but we have our captains back with our captain back with our lines back. Hurdle and Dorofeyev together. Our fourth line, our third line. Look, Bowman, Howden, and Sissons looking fantastic. Those they can be really bad and ruin entire games. Man, it's crazy, dude. Jeffrey, it has been unbelievable the missed calls that I have seen. It has been absolutely insane. And I've preached on how to fix it. I know exactly how to fix it, but nobody ever listens to me. Except my favorites, of course, which is all of you. Anyway. For your Golden Knights. With his 32nd of the season and his second of the game, number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, with an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner. Let's go, baby. Puck back into the Vegas zone. Anderson scooping it up, sending it through neutral. There goes Dorofeyev into the zone with Marner or Hurdle. Hurdle leaves it back for Hannafin, who misread it. Back the other way. Russ trying to pass across. Anderson making a diving play. Puck never even got to Hill. And finally, Rasmus Anderson does something other than embarrass himself. Puck in on Shilovs as Pitt heads the other way. Raquel can't beat Eichel as he disrupts the play. And Raquel is forced to throw it to neutral right on the McNabb stick. To Theodore, trying to pass ahead to Eichel. Can't control it. And Pittsburgh will make the stretch pass back the other way. Eichel collecting on the low corner. Makes the pass across the ice to Theodore. Up ahead to Barbashev with speed. Down the low boards to the middle. Shot by Eichel, and he scores! Oh, laser. Hey, shout out, Jeffrey. This was a good game for a while, but we got to get our revenge on that 5-0 ass whooping that Pittsburgh gave us a couple weeks ago. Dude, that lead from Barbashev. Eichel is in between 4 skaters. Not a single one of them gets a stick anywhere close to the puck before Eichel releases it. Unreal lack of attempt by Pittsburgh and an incredible shot. Jack Eichel. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 24th of the season, number 9, Jack Eichel, with an assist from number 49, Ivan Barbashev, and a secondary assist from number 27, Shea Theodore. And with 7 minutes gone in the third, Vegas leads 5-2, 16 shots apiece. Damn near 30% of their shots on net get buried. Dorofeyev and Eichel from the same spots on the ice go over opposite shoulders to bury the puck. Vegas is starting it's not just that they're starting their return, because the start of the return happened against Dallas. And Dallas was the closest we came to playing 60 minutes of good hockey without making major mistakes. So like I said, even though with Dallas, even though we lost 3-2, that was a major win for Vegas. And then Stoney comes back, which resets the top line for Barbie, Eichel, and Stoney, which in turn resets the second line to be Marner, Hurdle, and Dorofeyev, which in turn sets the third line to be Bowman, Sissons, and Howden, which in turn sets up our fourth line to have actual hitters and physical skaters who can develop and bruise and slow down the other team with Dowd, Cole Smith, and Colasar. And still to come, because Carlson will be out at least through the first round of the playoffs. Hoping that changes, but that's what we're expecting. Also, Riley Smith is out. So now you have Carlson coming back with Riley Smith on the third line with Howden on the wing. Like, I don't think we're going to see that this year, but boy, if we do, that's the return of Vegas. Like, as much as shit as Vegas has been this year so many times, it is because we have been hurt all season. So being able to get guys healthy is huge, obviously, because again, getting Stone back didn't just give us our captain back. It gave us all 4 of our lines back. Puck through neutral, fed back up ahead the other way. That's going to be an icing on Pittsburgh. 12:42 to go in the third. Shots are 16-15 in favor of Pitt. All right. So, yeah, Edmonton is. So now we're tied with Edmonton. We win tonight. We'll go up to 74 points, which is only 1 behind Anaheim. However, we are third in our division. And we are 2 points behind the wild card spot. Fucking hell. Stone is from your city. That's a cool claim, man. Cool claim to fame for the city. As you can tell, I am beyond a Mark Stone fan, dude. He is, like I said, in my opinion, he's the best defensive forward in hockey right now. And it's like, bless the Olympics. People finally figured that out. But then in the finals, in the gold medal match, they decided that McKinnon, McCarr, and or McKinnon, McDavid, and who else was on that line? They just decided, nope. Mark Stone's only going to get like 7 minutes of ice time if he saw it that much. Like, shame. Golden Knights get the puck across. Good pick by Stone. Speak of the devil. A lazy pass right across the center of the ice in the Pittsburgh zone. Stone reads like a book and gives him an opportunity on a shot back the other way. God, I love this game. So yeah, as we're getting closer to the end, just a reminder, tomorrow may or may not be. If I go live tomorrow, it'll be 4:00 for the Islanders and the Kings. But I think the Kings are going to get whooped. So I'm like, eh. Otherwise, Saturday against Chicago at 7:00, might do a doubleheader just to fill the time. We'll see. Shot from the point by McNabb, stopped way out high. Pitt able to get it into the Vegas zone. Shot from the top of the low circle. Hit something and went up and out of play. Carlson not able to beat the man in front of him. He tried to beat him off. He just wasn't successful. $11:50 to go in the third. Shot still tied at 16. Very defensive game. Very, you know what? I should be able to find shot attempts somewhere. No, I got to go into a deeper stat book. You know, plenty of shot attempts, just everything's hitting skates and bodies out high. Sissons takes that pass, but loses it off the high boards. Back into the Vegas zone. Quick turnaround, though, is Howden. Not able to get it out. Chinnikov making a good defensive play. Now Anderson races for it and gets the puck out. Through neutral goes Vegas. Bowman assistance play catch. Puck comes all the way around to the low corner of the pit zone. Out the other way and into Vegas territory on the high boards. Backhand cut off by Hannafin. Covered by Chinnikov. Sent to the high point. Down to the low point. Carlson outweights Howden's sliding block attempt, but misses wide. Back to Carlson, off the top of the low circle, into the glove of Aiden Hill. 10:53 to go in the third. Shots are 18-17 in favor. Ooh, that might be 19-16 in favor of Pitt. Fewest shots faced in 60 minutes. Minimum 15 games. Aiden Hill 23.6, Akira Schmidt 24.4. So we have that. It's wild how bad we lose considering both of our goalies. Our goalies are number 2 and number 4 in fewest shots faced. yet we have been losing our asses off. I don't get it. Face off, won by Vegas to the left of Hill. Theodore trying to trail out, has it knocked off his stick, but just enough to get it to the high point. It's clear. Colasar trying, oh no, Dowd trying to chase it into the high corner. Have I just not seen Colasar? Has he just not been active this game? I feel like he finally has the guys around him to make him productive or even more productive, but I don't think he's taking advantage of him. I think he already is like, damn, dude, I used to be on, second line. Like, what? But he belongs on the fourth with the hitters. Good pressure by Korzak into the boards, breaks up possession for the Pens. Puck all the way back down the other way, and Clifton collects under the pressure of Dorofeyev, gets it into neutral. And they're forced back into their own zone. Novak comes back in, passes it up ahead, and Shea breaks in. That's not Shea. To the low point. Clifton across the blue line. Making the pass to the high baseline, trying to stuff it up close. Stopped by Aiden Hill. Hurdle feeds it around to the high boards, and it is lifted clear. Back to the Penn blue line. Right back the other way. Big hit. Barbashev. There's our bowling ball hitting Novak as he comes into the zone. Sets a pass back to the blue line, and Dorofeyev just smashed. Barbie the bowling ball makes 7 appearances a season now. But man, when he first came to Vegas, he was hitting everybody. Literally, if he hit you, you went in the air 4 feet. It was fucking awesome. Unfortunately, we don't get to see bowling ball Barbie too much anymore. Here, while we're on commercial break, take a second. Cool. Battery is good to go. Tonight, there's very little wind, and it's in the 60s, so shouldn't have to get triple layered up to go for a bike ride. Dude, I haven't done extra cardio in a while, so last night, when I got done with the workout, I just cranked the incline on a treadmill and walked for a while. Fuck me, dude. My fat ass needs to get. I need to. I gotta go. I gotta start going on walks again. It's like my body was not ready for that shit. But I'm gonna be ready tonight. Actually, I'm probably gonna fucking cry tonight. Go leg day and then cardio after. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Oh, cash bag for Knights card. Face off in the Vegas zone. To the dot left of Hill. First line in for the Golden Knights. Face off, ends up on the high boards. Carlson turns and throws it to the net, misses wide. Theodore forgets the puck, but manages to get it to McNabb. Give away Shea. Puck brought back in by Pittsburgh. McNabb going against Chinnikov. Works it up. A good little poke, but not quite out. And then it does get out. Barbashev's been all over the ice with defensive plays. Good stick, getting in the way. Just everything about him has been awesome lately. Especially this game. He looks fantastic. Pass from Pitt across the crease. Misses everybody. Carlson shoots. Hits a stick and sends it out of play. 8:42 to go in the third. Shots are 21-16 Pittsburgh. So I don't believe VGK have had a shot since their 5th goal. And that's at least at least 5 or 6 completely unanswered. Again, when they were 3-2, I said they need to stop playing not to lose and start playing to win, and they did. They turned it on, got aggressive. Now they have a little more space to play, play defensively, short shifts, dump and change. But man, I wish they would just stay fucking pedal to the metal. Puck back behind Shelov. Shea can't control it. That's Marner and Hurdle. Marner just gave Hurdle a boost. That was awesome. Letang takes a shot at Hill that goes wide. Little give and go as Marner. Marner just looks like he's having fun this game, man. Except for when he got tripped. That looked like it might have sucked. But he scored when he did it, so push. Dorofeyev a little too far out as Sissons is fighting for the puck against Letang. Is just mugging Sissons. Shot comes from the low point, and this is well wide to the high boards. Dorofeyev is late. Shea's able to get it past him to Mantha. Goes back down to the high corner. Sissons against Letang. Letang gets there first. And now we've got a fight. And the guys are just, dude, the Knights are actually Mantha and Dorofeyev. Oh, it's Dorofeyev. That's why. Korzak and Lazon immediately going at Mantha like, what the fuck? How big of a piece of shit? Okay, all respect to Penguin and everybody, but Mantha came to our team. He was the biggest pussy I've ever seen put on skates. He was a weak. We were expecting him to be a big body. He was a little bitch. But now you're going to go after Pavel. I don't care what Pavel Dorofeyev does. It's Dorofeyev. You fucking kick little kids out of their wheelchair too, you prick. Korzak jumped into the fight to try and pull Mantha off, so he's going to the box as well. Let's see. Oh, Mantha elbows Dorofeyev and then just starts slashing the fuck out of him. So Dorofeyev slashes him back and then actually threw punches at Mantha. Holy shit, Pavel Dorofeyev getting wicked with Mantha. And Mantha looks like he realized how bad he screwed up when he realized he was grabbing Dorofeyev, because after taking a couple little weak jabs from Dorofeyev, Mantha just hugged him. And so it basically looked like he was like, oh my God, it's like, I'm picking on this guy. Yeah, man. Like, imagine The Rock going down to the anorexia and bulimia ward of the hospital, just eating his cheat meal. That's what picking on Dorofeyev is like. Like, what are we doing here? Unbelievable, man. And it may end up in it ends up in a power play for the Pens, and they've got an empty net. But that's Korzak going in to help out Dorofeyev, who Mantha has no business starting shit with. And Mantha started it with an elbow and then slashed the shit out of him. Fuck that guy. He was trash when he came over here. I've hated him since. Pittsburgh controlling at the blue line. 6-on-4 with the empty net. Shot. Misses the net wide. Chinnikov couldn't find the pipes. At the line, Carlson to the top of the high circle. Letang misses. Weird bounce off the stanchion. Carlson's able to recover. To Letang, back to Carlson from the middle of the ice. To Letang, top of the top circle. From the high baseline, pass hits a stick and ends up into the high corner after a battle with Eichel. Another pass blocked by Jack. Into the low corner goes Rust. Under pressure by McNabb. Puck comes up towards the blue line. Chinnikov down the low wall, low baseline, low wall, back to Carlson on the blue line. To Letang on the high circle. He's not able to get it through the sticks and skates. Pass all the way across to the low dot. Pass back to the center of the ice, and Raquel misses the shot wide. He was expecting Chinnikov to shoot. High baseline, back to the high dot, to the middle of the ice, skating it in. Carlson hits Howden. Puck to the high boards. 25 seconds to go on the power play. 6 minutes to go in the third, and Howden picks it off, and now Eichel makes a move, chucks it down the ice, and he misses wide. No worries. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage as Letang heads in. Ooh, good stick by Marner. Disrupts the entry. Hill able to slow the puck down, and Anderson tries to fire it back. It eventually breaks free, and we are back to full-strength hockey. 5:30 to go in the third. Still an empty net for the Penguins. Cycling back at their own blue line, struggling to control the puck cleanly. Puck bounces free, a clean little pass, but Sissons isn't able to make the little pass to himself. Pittsburgh back through neutral, sending it all the way around Hill, who slows it down. Hill waits, and he tries to sling it down, and it gets stopped in neutral. Good effort by Aiden Hill. Up 3, I'll give that one to him. He's done okay this game. 2 goals on 23 shots, not great, but it's okay. Barbashev able to get the puck out. Marner makes the pass over, and the shot gets stopped by Penguin skates. 4:40 to go in the third. Shots are 23-16 in favor of Pittsburgh. Through neutral. Raquel getting all the way behind Hill, forced to the high boards. Leaves it off on the wall. Skating in is Chinnikov. Pass around to Carlson. Low dot. Looking for a shooting lane. He ends up passing it. Hits a skate, but Letang keeps it inside. Carlson, Letang at the blue line, across the blue line. Fed down to the high baseline. Uncontrolled puck ends up behind the net, and Dowd ends up with it. Sending it all the way back, and he is just wide. And we have an icing with 4:04 to go in the third. Hold on. Got to keep checking, but we're good. Should be able to get through without having to check again. Dude, Hilly taking that shot was awesome. It's a little risky, but not when you're up 3. 4:04 to go in the third. Down on the dot to the left of Hill. Chari loses it. Oh, puck goes down. Oh, it was nice. I thought it hit the post. The screen went blurry. Achari couldn't hang on to the puck. Oh, man, I got to talk myself into going. I'm pretty pumped up, so I should be able to talk myself into going to the gym after this, but I don't want to. Face off to the left of Hill. Mad scramble for it. Dow doing a good job to keep his hands on his stick so he doesn't get a whistle for covering the puck. Cleared back to the pit, blue line, hits a skate trying to make the pass up ahead, dumped all the way into the low corner. Theodore sends it up the low boards. McNabb a little slow to get there to help out Cole Smith. Shot from the high point for Pittsburgh into the glove of Aiden Hill. Shit. Yeah, that's helping me convince me to get on the bike and go. All right. So yeah, 3:32 to go in the third, and man, what a difference it makes. And again, I know I said it plenty of times. I'm sure sick of hearing it, but like, especially in hockey, like, you think football, basketball, soccer, anything like that, if you lose one person, it doesn't necessarily throw everything else into whack. If you lose a first baseman in baseball to injury, that's just your first baseman. You know, you're not changing your outfield because your first baseman isn't in. But when it's hockey, all the lines, depending on where the guy, if you lose a fourth liner, that's not as bad. But when you lose a top line or a second line guy, everything goes to shit. You got to start moving. Like, you're breaking up lines, you're breaking up mojo, you're breaking up these guys that they're used to the speed and they're used to how, you know, they can predict off each other. But you take the guy off the first line, now the guy for the second moves up, guy with the third moves up. Take two guys here. Maybe we'll move the wing to center, or we'll move the center to wing so we can bring in a center. And it just, everything becomes a math problem because one guy is out. And now we've had injuries all year. Again, we still have Carlson out. Riley Smith hasn't played this game or the last game. Howden just came back. Stoney just came back. Like, it's been a bit. Our Carter Hart is hurt. Hill just came back from being hurt. Like, we've been a mess. But now, as we get closer to playoffs, we actually have a team. We have our team together. And they showed a lot today. I mean, Mark Stone is such a beast, but our lines, Hilly making a save off the shot from the blue line. I think the Knights should start getting a lot more fun to watch. Not saying they're going to win every game, but it shouldn't be as embarrassing as it's been over the last couple of months. Maybe embarrassing is not the right word. Shameful, depressing, invoking feelings of discontent, flat out disappointment, dishonor to my family, dishonor to my cow. Dude, I just lost the feed. We got fucking 3 minutes left, dude. Hang on. Hang on. And try video number 2. Okay, so this is cool. I just, none of the feeds are working now. All right, hang on. We can fix this. We can fix this. We're going to be a lot further behind than we were, though. So just brace yourself. So 2:45 to go in the third. This actually shouldn't be too bad since we're up so far. And still have an empty net, and face-off will be in front of Aiden Hill. And then we are home for the Blackhawks, which we should be able to win against Chicago. I think they just took, although they just took Colorado to overtime, I believe. No, that was Seattle. Who did they just play? Who did Chicago just play? Looking for the empty netter. Hannafin not able to find it. Bro, who the fuck did Chicago just play? Well, apparently nobody. Apparently they haven't played in a couple days. Hurdle ends up icing the puck with 2:15 to go. Let's see if we can skip ahead a little bit here. All right. Face off to the left to Hill. Achari on the dot against Hurdle. Hannafin slides it to Anderson, passed around to the high boards, and the puck's going to be sent into neutral. Little buffer there. Pittsburgh in their own zone. Coming in off the low boards, pass across the middle. Achari breaks the blue line up to Russ, but it is an offside. Minute 58 to go in the third. Fuck, man, is that Give me my feedback. This was the better feed. Yes. All right, minute 35. Pittsburgh into the Vegas zone. Puck behind Hill. McNabb there first. Sends it up the high boards. A little passive. Not a big fan of that. That was a little passive. And the puck stays in. 80 seconds to go in the period to the high corner. Eichel takes the shot down ice, and he goes wide. Face-off coming back in front of Hill with a minute 16 left on the clock. All right, minute 16. Again, just another reminder. Tomorrow, keep an eye out. We may be here 4 o'clock. If we're here, it's 4 o'clock. Kings in New York against the Islanders. I expect the Kings to get their shit kicked in, but that's why I'm not really wanting to watch it, but we may end up being here just out of boredom. And then Saturday, 7 o'clock, Chicago in Vegas. Otherwise, possibly an earlier game, but that's the guarantee. Vegas, McNabb sending it down the ice, and we do it again. I don't know. I think it needs more confetti. Might have to work on that. Another one, Sushi. McNabb feeding it to the empty net with about 70 seconds left on the clock. About a minute left on the clock. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his third of the season and an empty net goal. Number 3, Braden McNabb with an assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. Big time. Cole Smith feeds it back behind Shelov's pit, still trying with all their might. 15 seconds on the clock. Soderblom dumps it in. Gives a little unnecessary shove, but now Nick Dowd feeds it slowly back behind the Pittsburgh goal. And that will do it in Vegas. 6-2 the final score. Golden Knights getting redemption from the 5-0 ass whooping they took in Pittsburgh. All righty, y'all. Since we did a couple of wrap-ups right there at the end, not a whole lot to talk about. Much better performance from the Knights. The return of Stone is massive because now all 4 lines are as they should be. The third should be Howden, Riley Smith, William Karlsson. However, since Carly's out, Riley's out right now. Sissons and Bowman did an unbelievable job. Really proud of that line. 4th line, I am excited for. Colasar needs to start being more active. He was very passive this game. Cole Smith and Nick Dowd were very impressive. Stoney's back. Best defensive forward in the game. Do not at me. And then Hurdle and Dorofeyev getting back together. Marner with them on that. Vegas is not back. However, the climb has started. The uphill trajectory has started. So, big step forward tonight. Big win for the boys. Sushi, Serger Hill, Scott and Joe, Jeffrey, everybody. Jonathan, if you're still around, buddy, much love to Jesus. If you're in here, all you guys. Much love. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a game. Keep it. Stone is the man, Sushi. That's Stoney's my boy, man. But yeah, keep an eye out tomorrow. Again, if we do go live, it'll be New York and the Islanders and the Kings. Not really. Islanders should win it, but we haven't watched the Kings lately, mainly because they suck. So, you know what I mean? We're kind of in that the balancing act of I want to go live, I want to watch hockey, but you have that, and you have the Oilers and the Blues, and man, I'm starting to put my head through wall watching the Oilers play because I just hate the Oilers so much. But that does wrap it up for me, gentlemen. Much love, much appreciation to you guys. If you haven't already subbed, that's just the best way to see if we're going live for the night. So I think that wraps it up, everybody. Looking forward to Saturday against the Blackhawks. Have a good night. Sleep well. Likewise, brother. See you on the next night games. You know where to find me, man. 7 o'clock Saturday against Chicago. Sushi, I already know. I'll see you then. Fellas, have a great night. We'll see you this weekend.